It's man flesh.
Man flesh.
Man flesh. Oh yes, man.
It's the pre-wipe.
Pre-wipe.
There's a floating body there.
Starting the OnlyFans.
Bleach. Nice.
Hole.
Good on camera. Wax.
Gentlemen, welcome. I can't see your face.
Let's see you either, dude.
Welcome to the Afterwipe, boys.
What are you doing?
We're on episode 6 or 7. I think it's 6, unless we count that one we did last time. What we did last week. I don't know if we're counting that or not.
No.
So this is episode 6. This is the campfire special. I think we were planning to do this for our 1,000 subscriber special, but we kind of blew past that before any of us could even plan anything else. So here we are, a month later. Has it even been a month?
Yeah, I
Just
think
barely.
we just went over a month.
When did we
That's
start?
wild.
Do you guys know exactly when we started?
The end of April or first of May. That's
Yeah,
when
it's
we
maybe-
started.
Been 4 weeks.
Yeah, about four.
What we've done- what did we do?
4.5 weeks.
Did we do 2 Overwatch streams, then gamble
3.
with friends, and then
Yeah, we did.
was this our 5th stream this week?
Yeah, we did 3.
Yeah, that
and then
would-
Gamble with Friends, and then Overwatch again. So
Yeah.
5.
And yeah, just the one surprise.
Surprise, right in your
Yeah. Put it up.
No, it is insane. Like I've been doing YouTube for a while, and me personally, I've never been involved with anything that has grown this quickly, and it is like so new for me. It took me so long to get my first 100 subscribers, and I think Chase got it in a day at the school recruiting.
Plenty of kids that love the comedy that goes with this.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
Smokey the Bear
Yeah,
here.
Smokey and
Yeah, it seems to be growing pretty fast.
Yeah, now we're at, I think as of filming right now, we're almost at 1,800.
Yeah.
So we were going to do another subscriber special where we would go up to Calvin's condo, and I still think we're going to do something like that. It just may not be for a couple more months, but
Yeah, in due time.
Yeah.
in due time.
Unforeseen consequences this weekend. Otherwise, we would have been up there and streaming this weekend.
Yeah.
But alas, some of us have lives. That's important to have.
Well, I think the toughest thing about the fact that there's 5 of us is just that, getting schedules to line up. But we're all doing different things. I mean, Calvin had a attack of the mold that set you back freaking months.
Yeah, it's still not done. They're still working on it, so
That's a project, man.
Are they close?
they keep saying a week, so we'll see how many weeks are left.
Weeks.
Yeah, maybe one of these weeks.
Maybe it'll be done next year.
Yeah, so when we started streaming, Calvin wasn't even at his office. Weren't you? You were
Yeah,
staying
my
at your
mom's.
right?
Yep, we were streaming from my mom's dining room table.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys, because, like I said, I've been doing YouTube stuff I was 17 when I started, so this was 2014 when I first got started with YouTube.
You're a young man.
Oh, I was a wee lad. But I got a question for you guys: do you guys remember when you were first introduced to YouTube?
All I remember is that old logo that was the little TV on my brother's iPod that I'd steal, and it was like it was the logo. And I'm like, it was just.
Yeah, there's
It was like
actual
a foreign
television.
land. Like it was like I felt like when the astronauts first landed on the moon. That's what I felt like with YouTube was like. I'm like, wow. You know, and you look up the stupidest things you can find. And,
Cat videos.
and then, 12 years later, I still look up the stupidest things I can find.
Do you remember what your first video was you watched?
I remember, like, the first YouTube video I watched was like that. Like, there was the NFL receivers were doing, like, special catches and stuff. And I remember watching one where I think it was, like, Terrell Owens jumped through car window. Like, the car was sitting on, the sedan was sitting there. And the car windows were both open. Well, he jumped through both windows without hitting the car at all and caught the ball coming out. I'm like, wow.
What about you, Daniel? When was your first exposure to YouTube? You'll have to hold it. Yeah, have Daniel hold it. You gotta get. Yeah.
Mine was around 2009, and I was like, "You can look up anything." So the first thing I looked up, sexy aerobics.
Beautiful. Did you participate? Like, did you do the aerobics with them?
Did you participate?
You could say that.
With like the long socks and the scrunched up socks and the one-piece leotard thing.
I don't know.
Tights
There's
underneath.
some. I don't know, man. That was a while ago. I
2009
remember I was really bricked. I was having a good time. So, yeah. Anyways,
and I'm the corn dog, Mike.
What about you, Code?
I got nothing compared to the aerobics video. We had those on VHS,
We had those on beach.
but ours was a Richard Simmons aerobic video. We used to watch that all the time. We just laugh at it. You remember Richard Simmons?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy was hilarious. And
I remember having some of those videos and watching them, and I'm being like, "This is doing nothing."
Doing nothing.
We had Taybo. Did you guys or Tybo?
Tybo.
Tybo, yeah.
Man, when did YouTube come out?
I have no
05.
idea.
Yeah,
I believe it was 05.
Yeah, I swear we were like right around high school, and it probably wasn't till 08 or 09, I would guess. And I think I just looked up like a game walkthrough or something to see if it was on there, but
Okay.
it was pretty rudimentary back then. I mean, there wasn't a lot on there, but some,
Yeah, right.
And yeah, I'd just try and find walkthroughs and stuff online, and yeah, I think that was when I went to YouTube and was looking up some walkthroughs on there.
Oh yeah. What about you, Calvin?
I'm thinking Charlie bit my finger. Oh, Charlie
Classic.
bit my finger.
Oh yeah.
And I think those two are those unicorns that were talking with the weird
Charlie the
eyes.
unicorn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
Yeah,
But
those-
was the old icon, was it a brown TV?
Yep. Yeah.
I remember that on the old iPhones.
Yeah, that was on the iPod Touch that
Yeah.
I had back in the day.
Do you guys remember those old llamas with hats videos?
Yep.
Carl! That kills people. So I stabbed him 47 times in the chest. This guy walked in. You boiled his hands? I ate his hands. Carl!
So when YouTube first came out, before, or maybe it was around the same time, but there was a website called Newgrounds, and it's where a lot of animators would post clips, like short clips. And I think that's where the Charlie the Unicorn and the Llama guys came from. But there's a lot of animators that kind of blew up on Newgrounds that transitioned over to YouTube. But I don't know, it's just so interesting because we lived through a time period, and I'm sure we're going to see more technological leaps, but we lived through a time period where we go from like piece of crap flip phones to having full-blown computers in our pockets at any given time. Like, we are more connected now than we have ever been in our entire existence as a humanity.
Well, and the funny part about that is me and Cody are messaging the other day late at night. We can't even get a full sentence without 12 spelling errors across. We're sitting there like, I'm so sick of the iPhone because I can't type on the damn thing. And we're like, we're ready to go back to a flip phone where you can actually click the buttons.
What was that called when you, that method or you,
T9.
T9.
Yeah, T9.
You could just do that by feel.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, just super fast.
Like half the time in the iPhones anymore, your spell check takes you out, and you're like, mother ducker, and you're like, why? Like, what am I gonna say, ducker?
Here, I gotta turn you. Oh, excuse me. Keep talking, Code. Tell us a story or something.
Well, there it was. Is it better?
Yeah, I
Better?
got a question for you guys though, because you guys are a little bit older than Chase and I, and I have my answer for this. But what has been like the biggest technological advancement that you've experienced where you're like, holy hell, that is insane? Like for me, the biggest one was Wi-Fi. When I learned what Wi-Fi was and could do, my mind was blown. Because the internet to me before Wi-Fi was just this thing on my dad's computer that I didn't even use it for diddly dick. Like, I did not use the internet prior to this at all. I didn't go on any websites or nothing. But then when I got Xbox Live and Wi-Fi, my world was shattered. For the better, obviously, but...
Mine had to have been the 30-foot cord on your home phone. When you went to somebody's house that had like a 30-foot cord that could go in the next room, you're like, that guy's got some cash.
They are rich.
And then the what was it, the remote phone? What do you call it? What was that thing called?
Cordless phone.
Cordless phones. I mean, we grew up, through everybody getting a home computer to the iPods were pretty crazy. Because you just had CD Walkmans and tape decks, and then it went to MP3 players, and then pretty soon the iPod came out. That was pretty crazy. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I thought the Xbox was really cool. Like going from a 64 to an Xbox was pretty crazy. That was a big jump. I mean, I didn't have a PlayStation, so we basically went from NES to Super NES to 64 right to Xbox. My brother had a PlayStation 1 and we played Resident Evil Nemesis. Well, I'd watch him. I never got to play. I had to sit and watch him play it. That's how I grew up playing games, was sitting to get to watch my brothers play for hours, and then as soon as I got a turn, I kid you not, my mom and dad would come out, time for bed. As soon as I got handed the sticks, right to bed. I was pissed.
I think, growing up, being born in the later 1980s, the technological advancements has been, what did we do last year? Let's double that. Right. And it's just been like that ever since. Like, I remember getting a computer for the first time and playing like Oregon Trail. And that was just like, oh, you got dysentery and all these different things. I was like, I don't know what the fuck any of that is. I didn't say that at the time. I was a good boy. But I think after that, and then going and playing like Windows 95 or Sega Genesis, and then like, I remember... what was it? 10 years old. Fellow friend, the lifelong friend. I still Snapchat him to this day. Old Tanner Fox. he brought over a game called Duke Nukem. And I remember seeing pixelated like boobies and things like that, and I was just like, what is this? And then like just having the curiosity of a cat,
Your world never
stumbling upon different things throughout the time, just finding out what life is in general through video games, through friends, through cousins, through unorthodox sources that you probably would never ask your parents. Just be like, hey, what is a facial? These types of things. Those types of questions that you're just like, I'm never asking my parents that in my life because they will not have an answer that is sufficient enough. So, I think through video games and just like talking with friends and everything has taught me a lot more about life, and like the technological advancements of just like bringing us all together is a fantastic thing. I think that it sucks that people profitize off of a lot of it, where people are just trying to make a living off of it,
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
Yeah. What about you, Calvin?
Well, Napster is one that really stood out to me, like in LimeWire's being able to. I've always really loved music, and just being able to pull whatever music you wanted to from the internet and have it onto your home computer and for free. At the time, that was a super fun time, because whenever a new album would come out, you could download it and have it on your computer. And then, like Cody said, as soon as MP3 players would come out, I remember getting like the new Eminem album, The Show, and I think it's The Show, or there's a Curtain Call, or that one, getting that for free, and like 50 cents album for free. Those ones really stuck out to me. And like those Korn albums in the 04, 05, those eras, and Disturbed, and I just remember that being so awesome. It was just like the Wild West of getting free music online. I thought that was cool. And of course, now AI is just ridiculous. I mean, those are the two that I thought of when you asked that.
I think for me, like the biggest, like the Wii, when the Wii came out, like it was tracking my I was able to play, you're able to play baseball and you're the actual one swinging, like the sensor. I think like when the Wii came out, it was like a whole new world. It's like, oh, like I'm actually moving, playing, and then when that Wii Sports came out and you're like hitting home runs with guys with no heads, or like, you know what I mean? Like the Wii was like, this when I was a young kid, and we got that for Christmas, and it was like just like a whole new concept of gaming, you know what I mean? Like then they had like the Dance Revolution, that stuff where you're actually moving and it's tracking everything. You're like there, and then it just seemed to die. The Wii was so like here, and then the Wii died. You know what? Now it's just back to console, like back to just.
I think the problem with the motion controls is like it was very gimmicky. In some games like Wii Sports, it worked really well, but then there was other games where the motion controls just did not function properly.
No, I hear that. But like Calvin said too, like AI, I think just the fact, the other day I'm looking up something on, like I ordered this lithium battery, and it's like a wholly completely different brand. And then I have this different battery charger, and I'm asking, why isn't this charger working on this battery? And then ChatGPT takes me through the whole step by step. Like, I mean, it's taking two completely different brands of a charger and a battery, and it's saying, this is what you need to do. You need to force the reset on this to charge the battery. They're still compatible, which I had no, but it was just like, and it's talking to me, like it's telling me this is what the problem, like, it's just crazy, like what it's been able to do. And like I've said, I'm a big stock market guy, and now these people have created these artificial intelligence bots that are 15-16% returns in the stock market on monthly, like then they're not lifting a finger. They've created these, they put their brain into these bots that.
Do you use any of these said AIs?
I use a set of AIs all the time, man.
What is your preferred set of AIs?
The one that played for the Philadelphia 76ers.
That AI.
Yeah, we had to breed cows when I was a kid.
You
Used
did?
AI.
Yourself?
Well, the guy, I remember the guy would come out and fill the liquid nitrogen tank, and that's where we kept the bull semen was in there. And we'd always play with like tadpoles and stuff down in the ponds, you know, and you get warts on your hands. Frogs do give you warts, by the way. But when that guy would show up with the liquid nitrogen, he was really cool. I'd go in and get a styrofoam like cup, and he'd put a squirt of that liquid nitrogen in there, and then I'd roll it in a Q-tip and burn my warts off.
Oh.
Dang.
I haven't thought about that for about 20 years.
But when we're talking about technology, that's what comes to your mind. The advancements of technology, and I burned my warts with liquid nitrogen because I grabbed the frog.
Saved a friggin' doctor visit. His last name was Adams, so I always called him Dr. Adams when he'd pull in. I was like 12. Hey, Dr. Adams, can you fill this up? He's like, you bet. How did we get on AI again?
We're just talking about technology advancing.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Sky?
About AI?
What's the biggest advancement?
Oh, like I was saying, I think Wi-Fi was probably
Wi-Fi?
mine, but the other one too, though, that piggybacks off of that was like, I remember the first time I was introduced to Xbox Live. I was at a buddy's house, and he had a modem that he hardwired into his 360, and he was playing Halo 3 with people from across the U.S. and probably maybe the world even at that point. But there was one gamer tag named Elephant Poo, and I have never forgotten that. That was like one of the first things that stuck with me. But I was blown away. I'm like, dude, what do you mean you're playing with people online? What is this online thing you speak of? And that was like my introduction to the internet, really.
Well, I remember like my parents didn't get cell phones till like late in their, you know, we didn't notice it. We didn't have home internet until I was probably a sophomore in high school. Like that's just not how my parents. And I remember going over to my buddy's house, and he had the internet, he had the Xbox Live, and it was just a whole new concept. And I spent more time at his house than I did my own because of Xbox Live. And I remember the first name that ever stuck with me, the gamer tag. The name was Moist Squirts. And like to this day, I just remember playing Griff Ball or whatever,
Yeah, Griff Ball.
Halo Griff
With
Ball.
the grab hammers?
Yeah, that was Griff Ball on Halo, and I remember freaking Moist Squirts.
Halo 3?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
what it
Or
was.
Halo Reach?
Halo 3, I think. But I just remember Griff Ball, and we'd spam that on Xbox Live till 4 in the morning, and then the next weekend we were doing the same thing.
Oh,
and
dude.
What did we play? Halo 3?
We played Halo 3 and about, what was it, 2009?
Yeah, it had to have been 9 when we started.
You convinced me to get Xbox Live.
Yep.
And we started playing.
Yeah, we played Halo 3 a ton. That was fun.
Yeah, I remember those like elephants, the big rolling bases that you could drive around in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think
Warthogs.
Modern Warfare came out after that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's how I met my other online buddies. It was through Modern Warfare. That was fun.
That was such an incredible game.
I
dude.
feel like Modern Warfare 2 just shifted the pinnacle of like just,
everybody played video games at that point.
like
I remember the ad. Maybe you guys remember this too, but there was an ad where this old guy was talking, and he was like, he's sitting in a chair, and he said, "Everybody's doing it. Men and women are doing it. They're doing it in parties. Old people are doing it. They're doing it together. They're doing it to load." And it was an ad for Call of Duty. I remember watching that around Christmas time, and I was just like, dude, this game is so freaking cool. Everybody was playing Call of Duty.
I just remember the maps, the guns, like the prestiging, like Rust is an all-time, like, just...
Oh, forever burned in.
Rust is just one of the best maps, and I'd remember we'd play those matches where you have to go at one-on-one with a juggernaut, and the music turns on, and you're like, ah! Like, I just... Modern Warfare 2 was just I remember just like, I didn't even play Modern Warfare 1. I didn't even know Modern Warfare 1 was a thing until Modern Warfare 2 came out. And I was like,
I think I started playing at Modern Warfare 3. And I liked it for a long time. I think it was probably 8 or 9 years, but then I was like, I think it was after Vanguard where I was just like, oh, geez. This is going to be an every year thing. I'm just going to take a break, and I just really haven't been interested since. So.
What is everyone's favorite Call of Duty? Like,
mine was Modern Warfare 2, and I would say the more modern one I've played that I fell in love with was Cold War.
Cold War?
What was that Black Ops that we played?
We played Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 a lot. We played Cold War together.
Cold War.
Cold War seemed like it circled back from after Advanced Warfare and all that came out. I didn't like those.
Mm-hmm. A lot of that movement, like
Infinite
jumping off
Warfare and Advanced
walls,
Warfare.
flying around, bullshit.
Well,
Yeah.
I really liked the first like original Call of Duties, like the World War II ones that came out. Like, I liked those ones because, you know, they were based off history.
Right.
And, you know, and now it just seems like Modern Warfare, or not Modern Warfare, my Call of Duty's just become so fabricated. It was like, I think there was that realistic party that was like, well, we're playing this game that people lived, you know what I mean?
Right.
And now it's like all this advanced stuff, and I was like that's why Black Ops 1 and 2, I think, were, like, just every Call of Duty, I feel like, just has its, speciality. Like, whatever, which was the first Zombies? Was that World at War?
Yeah, World of War was the first Zombies.
And I just remember, like, Kino der Toten, like, whatever was that? That wasn't World at War. Was that Black Ops 1?
That was Kino der Toten. No, I think that is World at War.
No, I just...
that one's Black Ops, I think.
Was that Black Ops?
What
Yep.
was World at War?
Because it was Kino der Toten, and then it was like 5, that one with John F. Kennedy. Those were like the 2 big maps on that one. But I just remember, like... And then I just remember waiting for every single DLC that came out. There was a new map. There was like Ascension, and
Yeah.
there was just all those maps. And then I think it was Black Ops 3 that had the one DLC that you could get all the past maps. So I just remember spamming that with my brothers. You'd play every single Zombies map, and you're trying to beat Easter eggs. And now it's just like Call of Duty. It's like I feel like it's just a skeleton of what it was.
Yeah, it's just, dude, when you do one every year for, almost 20 years, it's like, what original thing can you do now? You've kind of done it all.
Like, I still wish this hasn't been me, and maybe it's a stupid concept, but I don't know why we've never done one based on, like, the Civil War or the Revolutionary War or something. Like, just a different concept that we haven't ever done. I've said that several times. I was like, man, I'd love to play, like, crossing the Delaware,
Yeah,
Like,
and
I would like
they
that.
probably could do that. They probably should, but...
Like...
You know what I think would be fun, though, for the group, is we should go back and play some of those old Call of Duties. Like, we could go back and play Cold War. I think that would be so fun. I'd love to go back and play some Modern Warfare 2 with you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jump on some Halo, play some
Oh,
Halo.
man, jeez. Yeah, I just beat Modern Warfare 1 and 2 campaign because on the Xbox, on the one, they had it remastered, but I didn't really want...
Right.
But they don't have it remastered through Xbox, or the third one, and I still wait. They said they were going to remaster it this year, and
Keep going. I got to... So this camera only records for 30 minutes, and I got to just cycle it.
well, I got you.
The Medal of Honors were good too.
I remember those, man.
There was a handful of, like, there's Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, there's Battlefield.
Do you remember
Battlefield,
Ghost
so-
Recon?
Yep. Ghost Recons. And then there was on the original Xbox, there was a game called Brothers in Arms. That game was awesome.
Records it for 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
That Brothers in Arms on the original Xbox was one of my favorite games. It was really cool.
That was another World War shooter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a World War. I can't remember. But it was awesome. That was a great game.
Didn't it have like a pretty intense story?
Yeah, the story was super intense. I remember I was in high school and I'd play it like downstairs, and like the music and like the story was like so intense, like I would just be like shut it off and go upstairs because it was like it was really good story.
I think doesn't the game start off with like one of the brothers dies or something right away?
Yep.
So that's not really a spoiler. It's like I think there's like an opening cutscene or something.
Yeah. Red Dead Revolver was awesome. That game when that came out and kind of started the gun and Call of Juarez and
Everything good up there?
Red Dead Redemption. Like Red Dead Revolver was sweet.
Yeah.
We played that a lot.
Do you guys remember like when Hollywood Video was a thing over there by where McDonald's is now today? I remember when Hollywood
Urgent care.
Yeah, the urgent care was like $5 for a week or something to rent a game, and it's like I remember me and my little brother would like if my mom was like, if you clean your room, we can go to Hollywood Video, and I just remember like you'd get some games that were just like awesome, and then you'd hold them way over. Like you'd hold some way overdue, and then some games you regret renting. Like it's like my mom let us pick. Each like the brothers would just shovel through. We'd get this game, and I just remember like if you pick the wrong game, you're getting beat up for like because we each get to pick. Like only one kid could pick, and it was like one of my brother was always like the shooter games, and it was like I always liked the kind of the. Like when those Lord of the Rings games came out, like I was like I always liked the Middle Earth games, like that time of year, like that time of my life. And my little brother would choose like some animated, I don't remember what it was called, but it was that game where like the little monkeys would run around in the balls. It was like Power Balls or
Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, Super Monkey Ball. Yeah,
Pam.
yeah, like I remember like Super Monkey Ball, and I was like, I remember how fun that was.
That game is freaking awesome.
And then there was that I remember just crying. I just remember me and my brothers crying real tears. Super Smash Bros. And I could never beat the damn glove or the hand.
Yeah,
you could never beat the master hand. It just flick you out, and you're like, and I just remember, we can't do it. We can't do it. we just cry. Like you just cry losing in a game.
That reminds me, Cody, you remember doing Star Fox up at Sun Valley?
Star Fox.
Yeah.
And remember, I thought I knew how to beat the game, because the final boss, if you went a certain path, you'd fight a robot. But you showed me that. I remember you showing me there's different planets if you played Star Fox different, and you'd go around and you'd fight the Andross. Was that the final?
Yep.
And you'd actually fight the real Andross.
Yeah.
I still remember that. We stayed up all night playing that one.
Dude, I played that game a couple weeks ago with Jackson. I was wrecking around and like dive bombing into the ground. I'm like, we used to play this game for hours. And it looked like real. You know what I mean? Now you look at it, it's like pixelated.
I know.
They're making another one that I'm excited about.
Yeah, I saw that on the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that one and the Zelda's is going to be a real big one too.
Yep.
The Ocarina of Time.
Like cover or something.
I had GameFly for a while.
I was gonna bring that up.
Holy moly, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
We had moved back from Boise to Twin, and dude, we had like 12 megabyte download in Boise.
Mm-hmm.
We ran 2 Xbox playing Call of Duty at the same time, no problem. Moved to Twin, we got 2 megabyte download at the time.
Oof.
You couldn't play a multiplayer game to save your life. It just lagged so bad. So I got GameFly and would just ship out a game and play the campaign, beat it, send it back, ship out another one. Played like all the Crysis games, 1, 2, and 3, and I mean just played a bunch of them. And for like 2 years while we had no internet. And yeah, then when we moved from there, we got a lot better internet and started playing a ton more multiplayer again. But
yeah, my GameFly experience, I never had it, but my uncle did, and he would rent tons of different games. Well, all of us at the time, we were all playing Modern Warfare 2, and one of my cousins, he had a scratched up version of Modern Warfare 2. His wouldn't read anymore, so my uncle ordered Modern Warfare 2 from Gamefly. We swapped the disc, kept the good one, sent the bad one back. They never said anything. I'm
Probably
sure they got that
they're
all
not
the
in
time,
business anymore.
True.
Like when Redbox was the thing.
Yeah.
Netflix sent out discs.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had Netflix, and they'd send you get on there and rent a video, and they'd send it in the mail. I remember getting that sleeve with the DVD in it
Yep.
and being like, "Oh yeah."
It's go time.
Then I think I bumped it to like 3 discs at a time or something like that, and yeah.
3 Ds at a time.
Shayla and I, when I was dating Shayla in high school, they had the you could get 3 movies deal at Hollywood Video,
Yep.
and we'd go rent 3 movies and go watch them. We did that all the time. You'd go to Mickey D's and get 5 cheeseburgers and a bucket of fries for like $5-6.
Jeez.
And then we'd rent 3 movies. Shay'd have 1 burger, I'd have 4. We'd watch movies.
1 burger, you had 4.
Yeah.
Well, after like today, I was like ordering from Burger King, and it was like 16 chicken nuggets and 2 little cheeseburgers were $16.
Yeah.
Dude.
Did you guys ever do any gaming tournaments at Hollywood Video there in Burley?
No.
Never did.
Was that World at War? Was that like a PlayStation 3 Xbox game? Do you remember that one? It was like
Maybe Xbox One?
yeah.
I think it was the 360. World of War was the 360 and PS3. Yeah.
Okay. I remember doing that one and having a tournament there. That was fun.
Man, it's like crazy to think about. Like even I'm 27, and even when you talk about 2009 and 2010, you're like, holy hell! Like that.
I remember seeing this. It was a meme on, I think it was Facebook or Instagram or something, but it was just a picture from 2015, and the caption was, "I hate how vintage 2015 looks already." But like that was 11 years ago.
Yeah, that's how old my truck is. 2015.
Crazy.
When did the Mayan calendar end? 2012?
Yep.
Well, I remember working in a warehouse, and some of the people were like, "It's 2012. The world's gonna end."
This
I
is
was
it.
like,
May something?
"Yeah," and I was just like, "That sounds a little soon."
A little soon.
I swear we've shifted like timelines or dimensions since 2012 because it hadn't been the same.
I feel like
Turned into hell.
I feel like time's moving faster. Do you guys feel that?
Dude, it's crazy.
The older you get, people that are old, they say time moves faster the older you get. And it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the days get longer, but the years feel shorter.
Interesting.
I get a lot of that time dilation. So,
Days feel like years. Years feel like days.
yeah, it's just like I was
I'm trying
falling,
to tough it out.
and for 3 days felt like an eternity.
The attack on my
It's
life
kind of
has
depressing.
left
Like,
me scarred. But my resolve has never been stronger.
Just like that. That's every old person ever.
It's true.
well, like I mean, I'm not in your guys' shoes, but even being 27 and seeing time fly, like it's kind of depressing. Like
I'm going by you, Bing.
my twins turned 4 this year, and I'm like, where did those 4 years go? Like I just don't, you know. And
That's right here.
my son's 20 months old, and it's like I get sad just thinking about him growing up. Like it's just like, but you know it's gonna be here. You're like, I don't think there's a greater thief than time. Or maybe that guy that stole that artwork from the Louvre, but
Do you guys ever just like it happens to me all the time, but I'll be like laying in bed and I'll hear a song or see a game or a movie or something, and it just triggers this nostalgic feeling of like a time that I long to go back to.
Right.
But you just can't. Like anytime for me recently, what it's been is like anything Minecraft. If I hear Minecraft music or see the game, like watching Calvin play it, dude, it just teleports me back to when I was 14, 15 years old in high school, coming home after school and just gaming the shit out of that thing.
I can't hardly watch I'll watch new movies, you know, but like there's so much crap in movies nowadays that I mean there'd be some good series and things come out, but I rewatch old shows like no tomorrow, you know, like a lot of those 90s, and you know, some of it's funny, around 2000 like the cinematography changed there for a while, but a lot of those 90s shows when I was a kid and movies, like I watched those all the time because they're just, I don't know, good memories, I guess.
Well, I always get jealous of like the age you guys grew up in, because it's like comedy today is just horrible. Like Saturday night, you guys grew up at the height of Saturday Night Live, like the Will Ferrell, Chris Farley, Sandler, you know,
Dana Carvey, Mike Myers.
like you guys grew up at that time, and it's like, man, I'm with you, Cody. I can't, like, if there's any, like, comedy is horrible. Like, I feel like from my life, I feel like comedy started to die, you know, where around that 2013-14 mark, it's like I feel like the last really good comedy that like I just remember being absolutely funny is Other Guys.
Yeah.
Like I just like that comedy has died. Like we're just so stupid, but like.
Yeah, my parents left one time, and I think they might have went to watch my brothers play or something for a weekend basketball, but my brother's friend in high school, she came and babysat me, and she took me to Happy Gilmore in the theater.
Oh man.
We saw Happy Gilmore together, and then we went through the Mickey D's drive-through, and it had like those archways you drive through. You remember that?
Right. And it was that whole like the red ceiling, the red roof, and
Yeah.
it was the clown house.
Yep. We drove through that and got Mickey D's. I was on cloud 9 that day.
Was she hot?
I can't remember. She was cool though. She was super funny and would laugh and we'd joke, and like I was so into like talking movies as a kid because we just watch them, you know. And my brothers would quote them all the time, and I've ever had the best day ever.
Yeah.
Like Happy Gilmore, Mickey D's, and hanging out.
That's awesome.
Oh, I just like you guys grew up at that age where it was like music. I thought music was way better. You know, you guys were growing up during like the grunge era and the
rap rock.
Like the rap rock was kind of like, you know, and you know, you guys got to witness like the old school young Eminem, who I think is still one of the greatest rap like that style. Marshall Mathers was still like one of the best rap albums ever.
Not.
And then you had like Slipknot. Like you guys were at that.
Vain.
You guys were at the, you know, and not that music, but it's like you listen to rap today. I'm like, I don't understand anything they're saying. It's all the same beat.
Still had music videos on MTV.
Like MTV.
We'd watch VH1 and we'd watch music videos.
VH would have like that countdown top 20 songs every like Saturday morning.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I remember but it's like even I remember like Hinder taking the top of that list. A couple, you're like Hinder, like
Lips of an Angel.
Yeah, like Lips of an Angel was big, and like you guys remember the band The Fray.
Oh yeah.
It always ticked me off because you'd wait all day to watch this one song come on, and then they'd like cut it short. I remember being just ticked off. You're like, I waited for like 4 hours to watch this, and it finally came on, and you cut this thing short.
And then you look at today, like the instant an album comes out, people have all these reviews about it. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, it's like you used to wait, forever to hear the song on a countdown, and now it's like now you get yelled at in the car if you play the same song twice in a row with the aux
you could
cord.
go a whole road trip just listening to one song, just singing it over and over and over again.
It's true.
Nowadays, you're just like, yeah, no, the same song. Fuck that. Get out of here. Sorry.
Well, yeah.
I think one of the biggest things that I feel like, because Chase and I kind of experienced the tail end of it, but like you guys specifically grew up in a time where you could be a kid and not have to worry about everything that you do being filmed. Like it literally was, you had to be there. You go to a party, you had to be there. Maybe some people took pictures on their cool hip digital cameras or on their the ones you buy at Walmart, the disposable ones. But I felt like kids back in the day were way more, and myself included, I feel like we were way more present in the moments, and you were more, I guess, just in it than we are now. Everything is filmed, everything is trying to go viral, and
Well, it's like even when you watch those concerts anymore on YouTube or whatever, if you watch a live show, just look across the whole crowd. Everyone has their phone out. Not saying I don't do that when I've gone to concerts, but it's like either my favorite song that I want to but other than that, I don't no one, the in the moment is just such a, like you said, just gone. It's like, I was watching a concert the other day and I can't remember who it was. It was I think it was Metallica in Vegas in the Sphere, and just the whole thing was lit up with phones, and I'm like, what? Jeez, it's kind of crazy.
it's like I was listening to a video of this guy, and I thought he summed it up perfectly, but he said, we live in a world where we've never been more connected and disconnected at the same time. Which is sad, because I look at my younger siblings and they don't know any different. They grew up with cell phones and Wi-Fi and TikTok, That's all they know. They don't know what it was like to go out and ride bikes with the neighborhood kids, and then you knew it was time to come home because the sun went down, or you got hungry.
Yeah, they didn't know how to, you'd crush up a Smarties pack and smoke it like a cigarette, and I'm cool. and now it's no.
Yeah, when we were kids, you could buy gum. Remember that, Calvin? You'd buy that gum, and you'd actually fake smoke it.
Oh
and
yeah,
blow powder off of it.
you get it like zippers, right?
Yeah, it was like a pack of gum, but it was like a cigarette pack.
Yeah, and they had cigar ones too. The pink
you'd
cigar
blow
ones.
them and it'd blow powder off
Yeah.
of them.
I think they still
So
sell them at certain.
Camel Joe was American hero back then. Joe the Camel,
Marlboro Man.
the Marlboro Man.
I remember those commercials where he'd be walking through a convenience store or whatever, and you're like, oh man. Well, it's just crazy. Like you said, you go back to the MP3 thing. I remember those commercials that are like pirating and stuff. Whoa. Was that a goat?
You got frogs, buddy.
I know. Watch out for those warts. You don't want warts.
Hey, we know a guy. He'll take care of you.
It's I
Dr.
remember
Adams.
those commercials pirating and stealing and whatever, and I'm just like,
You wouldn't steal a car.
you wouldn't steal a car, yeah. And I just remember
you wouldn't download a car.
yeah, you wouldn't download.
You wouldn't download a car.
No.
You wouldn't download a car, and I just remember that video to MP3 website. You'd go take a video from YouTube and copy the MP3 file, and I'm like, I just remember the first time I ever did that. The first time that I ever copied an MP3 from YouTube onto my iPod, my orange little iPod, was it not Nano, the one you'd use to spin the dial that would move up and down?
You take this one. You boys keep going.
Well, no.
Nora wants her daddy.
But you remember those iPod or iPod Nanos? They were the ones you'd spin the dial deal, and it would go. Well, I remember my dad's like, "I'm gonna borrow your iPod to go mow the lawn," because he wanted to listen to music when he mowed the lawn. Comes in 30 seconds later, boy, we're deleting this music off your phone. And the very first song that my dad listened to, when he was mowing the lawn was the Next Episode by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, where it says the F word about every other sentence.
His ears were on fire.
And my dad comes in, boy, we're going to delete all this music off this thing. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to delete it. I'm like, I just remember about ready to kick my butt because I'm like 12 and I have the Next Episode by Dr. Dre, the explicit version on there. And
yeah, we would record TV shows on VCR players. You'd put a tape in and have to set it to record, and no one knew how, and you'd be lucky if it recorded while you were gone. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was I remember my dad did that with the motocross. So he would set up our VHS,
Yep.
and we had one VHS player. Oh no, we had two, but for some reason he would always use the one in mine and my sister's bedroom. So that for 2 hours was off limits because he had to tape his motocross. So we weren't allowed to touch the VHS player for 2 hours while he taped his motocross.
yeah, I remember those VHS players, man. I remember just the first like VHS tape movie we ever, and we just spammed the heck out of it, was the Road to El Dorado. Like, I just
El Dorado.
Yeah, I thought the music was the best. And they start off playing Craps, which is like, I knew I was doomed.
Yeah.
You know, but
El Dorado.
like, turning legend into fact, we will ride into history. Like the music, because that's all Elton John. Like
Right.
Elton John did that whole, like, and think about, like, you think about the some of those artists that just, like, the Disney bangers, like when Phil Collins did Tarzan.
Oh,
It's like,
for sure,
hey,
dude.
Phil Collins, have you seen that meme where it's like, hey Phil, this is a movie about a kid getting raised by gorillas, like, just take it easy. And he's playing the piano and it lights on fire. Like,
Another good soundtrack that's a sleeper on is Treasure Planet.
dude,
Treasure
Oh
Planet
yeah,
slaps.
Treasure Planet. I love that one. That was the first one that was like animated plus like 3D.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
It's a sleeper hit, dude.
We watched a lot of Mulan.
Mulan.
well, and that's the crazy part. Like, and that's probably been not the best part, but like one of the good parts about raising my kids is, like, I feel like I get to relive my childhood. Like, I just remember we would spam Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., and ever since, like, my kids were born, like, my set of twins would go through Monsters Inc. and then Toy Story, and it's like, you know, you're like, man, I was a kid. This came out in like 95 and 98. I'm like, this is when I was watching, and I'm like, my kids find that same enjoyment out of watching the stuff I watched when I was a kid, you know. But that goes back to, like, that age. Like, that was like nothing beats like that Pixar run where it was like, because like now Pixar comes out with stuff and I think it's just crap.
Yeah.
You know, they had that little run with Cars and
Bugs Life.
and all
Toy
that.
Story. Was
Toy
Toy Story Pixar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Monsters Inc. and, like, they had that run. It was like, that was my childhood watching those. And then it's like, my son Cash, we've watched Toy Story 1 and 2 probably 47 times this week, and it's like, it never gets old. Like, it just makes me laugh, and I'm like, man, it's kind of like, that's what I'm saying, time kind of just pisses me off, because I was like, dude, that was me when I was a kid. We'd spam these movies, and now my son watches them. I'm like, dude, I just have the same enjoyment that I had, and he's carrying around Buzz and Woody dolls like I used to, you know. And it's just like, that part of it's like, man, this is crazy.
We watched a lot of Aladdin.
Aladdin, dude.
Aladdin came out, and we watched.
Arabian Nights.
Like Arabian days.
Dude, Aladdin, man.
In a lot of good way. We watched a lot of Peter Pan and 101 Dalmatians. Me and my brother Aaron would watch those all the time.
Yeah.
We still, like, I'll still call them and we laugh about those shows and sayings they'd say on there.
Well, it's just funny, like, some of the, we were talking about this the other day, like, some of the stuff Mr. Potato Head says in Toy Story. I'm like, this was rated G, and I'm like, some of the stuff is like, you know, like,
Yeah, lad. I remember when when it was Beauty and the Beast came out, and The Lion King. I remember going to The Lion King when that came out.
Yeah,
That was a big one.
Lion King was huge.
that was.
Then you go to Pizza Hut and they'd have the toy giveaways there.
Yeah, the Lion King toy. Like,
Cups, and
you want the Scar one?
Yeah,
that was when Pizza Hut was a banger.
Pizza Hut. Now, I saw that thing the other day. The Pizza Hut's retroing back. A lot of their restaurants are going to go back to that. The red cups and the the checkered table covers and
Nostalgia.
the nostalgia. But like I said, man, that age you guys grew up, like I grew up in it, but like that Disney, 2000, like from '95, Disney was big, but like that run of just hits they had, like the Pirates of the Caribbean's, it's
Pirates of the Caribbean.
like those were just so good, like I don't know, it's like you guys grew up, with the Lord of the Rings, like
I remember the Pirates of the Caribbean in high school.
Yep.
We watched that all the time. I was had a huge crush on your cousin, Elise Chandler.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she was your age, huh?
Well, she was a year younger, but I liked what I saw. But I remember at 14, I used to call her like every day for almost like a year and a half, and I think she got fucking tired of it. So.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't heard from her since. I haven't she was kind of I hope she's not watching this, but she was always the black sheep in that family. But
That was a pretty good time, the 90s.
yeah, the 90s and early 2000s, man.
Yeah, I was.
Like you guys, well, it's just like, like you guys just had so much good stuff. It was like,
What animal is that?
it's cricket. It's one
That's
that's
a
gonna
bird.
come kill us.
Bird.
Cricket, get the bags.
Cricket bird. But
Mulan was awesome.
Mulan was just all time.
Yeah, Shayla and I love that show.
Well, and it's fun to go back, like, through, like, now that you're older and, like, stuff because when you were a kid, you just like the fighting parts of Mulan, you didn't really know. But it's like when you go back.
Let's get down to business.
Now that's, some of the stuff they just, when you're older, what you appreciate, you laugh at just different things every time you go through one of those, like.
Oh, yeah.
When, like, me and my brother were at Sean Hing's the other day and we're quoting Mulan. And the guy's like, order! I want order! And you're like, I'll have the pan-fried noodle.
Sweet and pungent shrimp.
Sweet and pungent shrimp. and then what's the guy's big name? Jim Poe. He picks up
Jim Poe.
Zhao. He's like, ahoo, like he's coming.
Yeah.
Mulan.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, and then they went on that string of doing the, what do they call the real life versions? What do they call those? The
Live actions.
The live actions, and out of all those live actions, I'm like, I think Beauty and the Beast was the best.
Well, maybe you guys could think of a different one, but in the last 15 years, let's say, the only
Here's what you
Disney
gotta do.
movie I can think of that just exploded beyond belief was Frozen.
Yes.
Has there been any others since that just exploded in popularity?
Well, if you count like the,
I'm talking like cultural phenomenon. Like, this is huge. Like Frozen, dude. When Frozen dropped, that's all every little girl wanted to be was Elsa or Anna.
Yep. I don't remember, man. Where Disney's become such a conglomerate, like the Avengers are huge, but like, when they bought Marvel and that kind of thing. But like, I feel like Frozen and
Harry Potter was huge.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Harry
I was like,
Potter.
I was just thinking, I was like,
Harry Potter.
you talk about the
Harry.
technological advances that that happened. Like, I was like, watch the first Harry Potter and then watch the CGI in the last Harry Potter and how different they were.
Yeah.
You guys grew up during the prequel Star Wars. Like, you guys grew up, you guys had so much good stuff.
Yeah, that was huge in junior high. That's like all they played was Wasn't it number 1? Which one was that?
Phantom Menace or Harry Potter?
Yeah, the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
I remember when Harry Potter first book came out. I read that. That was great.
Well, just like,
Love the Harry Potters.
well, that's something. Like I sit here and I'm like, man, you guys had such a life. Like it's like you guys grew like where Star Wars was big in the 70s and 80s. Like we just watched the prequels, and you guys got to live through the prequel, we just watched the prequels, and then you guys just got to watch the sequels, in real time. Like I did too, but I couldn't really remember them. But
Pod racing was huge.
The what?
Pod racing.
Yeah, like
That's when that game came out.
Yep.
Xbox Pod racing.
Like you guys got to we're in high school when the Star Wars came out. You guys were in middle school and high school and college when all the Harry Potters came out. When Lord of the Rings came out, it was like, man, I sit here and it's like, they made these last 3 Star Wars, and I'm like, I wish they would never have made them because they're not very good. And
First Star Wars. Wait, never mind.
well, there's just these last ones they did with Daisy Ridley and.
We live in the age of spin-offs now.
Yeah,
spin-offs and remakes.
Spin-offs and remakes, yep.
They're like, it's too much.
What's-
We can't have another universe. There's too many multiverses. There's too much science fiction. There's too much fantasy. There's too much of everything. We can't think of anything.
Yeah, it's wild too when now they're remaking shows when I was a kid. Or we were kids, They're remaking them already. They're out of ideas. How long have they been doing this for?
I don't know.
It's just. Well, it's like
we got a remake of one of those shows.
You watch.
Yeah.
You watch The Dark Knight. Like I feel like out of my life, The Dark Knight, Batman's were just for me prime. The ones with Ben Affleck were horrible. I thought maybe you guys are bigger fans of that than I am, but
Dude, The Dark Knight
with Pattinson are just as bad.
I think The Dark Knight is the greatest superhero ever made. Heath Ledger's Joker is second to none. I don't know if anyone even gets close to him, in my opinion. He plays such a good villain.
Well, even in the Tom Hardy with Bane,
yeah.
They just had that little run there where.
And that opening sequence in The Dark Knight, the bank heist, dude, it is the greatest opening of any freaking movie. That 20 minutes, dude, it is so freaking good.
I killed the bus driver.
The Dark Knight Rises is a good opening too. When they
Crash the plane.
They crash that plane. That's a good one too.
You got caught. What's your plan now? Crash this plane.
You big guy.
It
For
will
you.
hurt. It will hurt. For you.
I will say the newest Spider-Man I watched, where they bring all the Spider-Mans back, Peter Parker's from.
I
Tobey will
say that the Tom Holland Spider-Mans have been pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I think Tom Holland's played a very good Spider-Man.
I
think all those Spider, Peter Parker is cheesy as hell, corny as hell, but it was when I was growing up, that Spider-Man was that was the thing, and even the Andrew Garfield ones weren't horrible. I think Spider-Man's been one of the one
saving graces.
that, and I was just telling Cody the other day, this new Spider-Man coming out, they're introducing the Punisher in it, John Bernthal, and he's got it. Is that his name, Bernthal?
Yeah. No, it'll be good. Dude, the thing is there is good stuff that is made in media. It just feels like it's few and far in between. One of the series that I really want to get into that, Daniel, you've spoken very highly of, is the Mistborn series. I've heard that is fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere series is very well written. I think he's one of my favorite authors just because, it's not just one take. It's super detailed in his worlds and even the clothing and what is acceptable for types of clothing and whatnot. It's just so super detailed that it's just you kind of feel like you're there.
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of good stuff out there. It's just seems like it's just not as often as it used to be. It seems like there's a lot more bangers, and maybe what it is there's way more stuff being made now than ever before, and so maybe it feels like a lot of things are just washed down. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's tough though. Like, you know, I feel like the big all of a sudden what blew up in the last couple of years is just the westerns. Like you got Yellowstone, and now you have I don't even know what
on Calvin's bed.
like I don't even know like what is a Landman, and there's like these westerns that just blew up on Paramount now that everything's streaming service, and that's what I think is also too kind of maybe killed the movie, and maybe I'm wrong. Right, but I think, you know, part that's killed
Am I
the.
leaving you here?
Yeah.
I might have to go pick up Wyatt tomorrow morning. If they're in reinforcement.
That's a bummer.
That's tough.
I didn't realize you guys were recording.
No, you're good. Welcome.
do I need to move that camera?
Probably. Still going.
Yeah. Maybe we can just move her and wrap it up. You want to do an outro, Chase?
Well, thanks for joining us at the Campfire Special.
Yeah, we'll definitely do this again.
We will be doing this again soon. Real soon. Sooner than we can imagine. The Fellowship is out. It disbanded all over Moira. I've been playing too much Overwatch. Over Moria and back, and I'm gonna go make out with the what's that beast? What's the shadow beast deal? Balrog. Balrog. There you go.